Hello and welcome to another episode of Diplomatic License on City TV. It's a Christmas episode, so it's one out of the ordinary. And in this episode and a few others, what we will be doing is just taking some special Christmas messages, having very, very sweet Christmas conversations with our hardworking ambassadors and diplomats who are here in Ghana. So starting it off today, I'm here to speak with Ambassador Dr. Bennett. She's the head of mission and founder of the Diaspora Africa Forum here at the Du Bois Center in Accra. We're just going to speak to her and take her Christmas message for you. Hello, Ambassador. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome, City TV.
Thank you, Mama. Good to see you.
Always very good to see
very
you.
Mother Christmassy.
Thank you, and you look beautiful as always.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we're just here to have a conversation with you, about Christmas. It's Christmas time, and I know that you most likely have some Christmas memories. I know that also the Diaspora Africa Forum is most likely doing some amazing things during this Christmas season. And there are things that we want our viewers to know about because Christmas isn't just about eating and drinking. And sometimes serious stuff happens during Christmas, things that touch people's lives. And we'd like to know some of those things as well. It's also the season for the diaspora because they're trooping home in their numbers. And I'm also wondering how you feel about all that, seeing the dream that you had some years ago come to fruition, because through DAF, these people have representation, they have a port of call to come to, and they come to Ghana, home, back to the motherland, and there's some kind of official structure to their coming home, even if it's just to pay a visit. So that's why we're here.
Well, again, welcome.
Thank you.
And this is the season to be jolly. And this is the season to give back. And so we're very, very, very excited about what City TV, all the wonderful things that you do, and we'd like to share with your viewing audience some of the things we're doing.
Thank you.
During this period, and you know who we are, we're the first diplomatic mission of its kind dealing with diasporas.
The sixth region of Africa.
The sixth region of Africa. Only you know that, so we have to make sure everybody knows that, number one. Number two, there's two types of diasporas. There's your group who you're from Ghana and you go away for work, study, or greener pastures. Then we have my group, and we're considered the historical diasporas, and you're considered the continental diaspora. And during this season, we have a tremendous amount of diasporians coming from all over the world coming home. With the COVID situation now, I think the numbers will be smaller. However, the airports are still full. And one of the things that we do is we have a project with the Kamasi's Children's Home. And we have been doing this for 15 years. And this is our mission's Give Back project. We take toys and we have a party and we dance, and we really, really have the children to enjoy themselves during this period.
That is brilliant. How did you discover this particular home in Kumasi? Because one would think, let's do something in Accra, but you go all the way to Kumasi every Christmas. Why this particular home?
Well, the Ashantihini introduced me to that home. And in fact, he said to me, we'd like to see you take a project here. And so we did two. We have the Kamasi's Children's Home, and then we have another school that we actually built up there.
That is wonderful.
The Zernona Clayton School. So, it's all about finding a project that you feel comfortable with. And as I said, we've been doing this 15 years now.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
That's someone's lifetime.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been in Ghana 20 years now.
Absolutely. No, you're Ghanaian now.
Oh, no question.
Yes.
No question.
Now.
No question.
And we're happy to have share a name with you,
Absolutely.
being called Ghanaian. But Ambassador, you've just spoken about how you give back to children every Christmas. DAF gives back to children, you personally as well. I know you love children. I'm wondering, what are some of your childhood memories about Christmas?
Well, Christmas for us was just a time to get together as a family. Wherever you were in the world, you had to come home for Christmas.
Oh, wow.
That was number one. Number two, we didn't do a lot of giving of gifts, but giving of talents. Like we'd have a talent show, and everybody would have to do something. You know, I was always Diana Ross.
So you're the singer.
Oh, I was always
You're the crooner.
I'm the wannabe singer, I'm telling you. And so that, I have a lot of very, very good memories about, and it's not just for us, it's not just Christmas, it's a holiday time where you really kind of reflect on your life and decide on what you want to do the next year. And because after the Christmas holiday, then you have the New Year. And so ours has always been a preparation.
So you can't just party and live in the moment and forget about it. There must be something fruitful coming out of
Absolutely.
The holiday.
First of all, we all had to do some public service project. You know, that has always been a part of our life. You know, my mother and father always told us that, you know, we're very fortunate and blessed, and it is our duty and responsibility, if as you climb up the ladder, don't kick it down. You reach down and get somebody and bring them up.
Climb up the ladder, don't kick it down.
No.
Reach down and pull somebody else.
Absolutely.
Your parents were very wise people.
Oh, I had wonderful parents. Wonderful, wonderful parents. And we thank God for that.
We do. So, Ambassador, I mean, clearly your childhood memories of Christmas are beautiful ones, and I can understand why you'd want to give that kind of light around the holidays, or a holiday like this, to other children, especially as you find yourself in Ghana, to children in Ghana. But let's talk a little bit about, we've mentioned that a lot of the diaspora is coming home for Christmas. For some people, it's a pilgrimage. They, for once in their life, feel there's somewhere that they could possibly connect to, even if they don't know for sure whether they're from Ghana originally or, you know, historically or not. There's some connection to the motherland. And of course, we don't need to go into the history of how, you know, people of color were taken away from the African continent and, you know, to other places around the world. But how does it make you feel just seeing that people are coming home and knowing that DAF is the first point they come to for many of them when they do come home?
It's extremely exciting, it's rewarding, and it's a dream come true. Growing up, I always felt a sense of connection to Africa, very much so. And when I landed in Ghana, I knew that's where I belonged. You know, home is not just a place, it's where your heart is. And my heart is here. And you see, you're not a Ghanaian because you're born in Ghana. You're a Ghanaian when Ghana is born in you. And I am a Ghanaian woman in every sense of the word. You know, people often ask me, what is it about that Ghana that you love? And it's the people. You know, from the very first day I landed in Ghana, it was as though I was home, you know, and as an elder, and you know I'm an elder now.
Yes, you are, Mama.
And I love...
70 you are?
71.
71.
Yes.
And she doesn't look a day past. I don't even know.
And at
well,
71,
black don't crack.
No, black don't crack, number one. And when you have purpose in your life, you don't grow older. You just get better.
When you have purpose in your life, you don't grow older. You just get better.
Absolutely.
That's a nugget to note.
A nugget to note. And I love being a senior in Ghana. See, you young people know how to treat seniors. I have to tell all of the diasporans all over the world.
It's the way we were raised.
It really was, wasn't it?
I'm a guy, and there's something we call chosimo. Basically, your upbringing, the way you're taught, the way you're groomed. And we're in Ghana, we're taught to respect our elders. Yeah.
And you do. I have, and as you can see, I have nothing but young people around me. And And the kind of support that they give elders is just incredible. You know, I don't want to be any place else but Ghana. Let me just make sure you understand that. You know, I like traveling. And, you know, one of the things that I say to people, too, because they say, oh, well, you're just so romantic about Ghana. And it really is not that. Right. Because I understand that we have challenges like any place else in the world. Definitely. You see, but the peaceful, loving spirit of the Ghanaian can get you through anything.
That is extremely profound. And clearly Ghana lives in you.
Absolutely. Ghana. Oh, no. I'm truly a Ghanaian woman, no question.
So, the recent weeks in the run-up to the Christmas season, of course, Christmas is a season and not just a day. We've had some of course, not just during this period, many prominent people have come from the diaspora, but we've had some other prominent people come through in the last couple of weeks. The mayor-elect of New York was here, and he came with his family, I believe. And it wasn't on official duty.
No, it was
just came to
private.
See Ghana.
Well, he's mayor-elect, and he will be in January sworn in as the mayor of New York. And so he said he wanted to come home. He wanted to do a cleansing before he became the mayor. And so he came, and we hosted him here, he and his family, and he put his mother's name on the wall. Remember, we have this wall called the Sankofa Wall. And the Sankofa Wall is where you put the name of your ancestor. And that's what he did. And our saying on there is that we are the hopes and dreams of our ancestor. And I mean, he was just so emotional. He said this really was the most important part of his visit here, seeing his mother's name put on that wall.
That is so beautiful.
It is.
We are the hopes and dreams of our ancestors, literally, physically living in color. So let's go for a quick break. I want to return. I wrap up my conversation with Ambassador Bennett, and you'll hear what she has to say to you this Christmas. Welcome back. You're still watching Diplomatic License right here on City TV. My name is Apioko, and this season we're just picking the minds, retracing memories, and understanding what's happening this season for our diplomats who are here in Ghana. They work so hard throughout the year, and believe it or not, they even work during Christmas because they're still making sure that everything around them is well. They're maintaining the relationships that they're supposed to be here maintaining and whatnot. And we're starting our message with, of course, Ambassador Dr. Erica Bennett. She's the head of mission and founder of the Diaspora Africa Forum. Dr. Bennett, so we've said so much, but just piggybacking on what we were talking about before, about the fact that a lot of the members of the diaspora, our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, our brothers, our fathers, uncles, aunties, they're trooping home. Some of them permanently, others not so permanently. But let's talk about the ones who have made Ghana their home, or made Africa their home after their visits. I know a number of people have come through and set up businesses, because that's one of the things that DAF preaches and tries to get the diaspora to understand, that not only should you come home and retrace your roots, but come and invest in the motherland so that we all flourish together, and I'd like to hear some of the success stories that you've seen over the period.
Well, one of the things that we've been able to do is to support some of the diasporans, historical as well as continental diasporans. One of the things that we emphasize is that don't come looking for a job, come creating jobs. That's number one. Number two is that we have here at the Diaspora Mission, we have an office that we let some of the diasporians actually use. We've had people like Cordy. Cordy came in working for the U.S. government and that kind of thing, and she came and she felt at home here. And so she worked with us for about 6 months and started her own waste management company. Now she's married, she has a baby, and she has one of the largest waste management companies here.
And all this happened in Ghana?
All this happened right here. This is Cordy. Then we have Robert Botts, who came as a military. He was a Marine.
Okay.
a former Marine, and he came and he had been involved with a security company. He came here and he worked with us for a while and started his own security company. He started with three people. Now he have almost 500 employees. Wonderful. And just doing fantastic.
Wonderful.
So these are some of the stories that we have in terms of the diasporians coming home.
Wonderful.
We really want the mission to be kind of a place where you can come and get settled. We know the lawyers to refer you to. We know the doctors to refer you to. So we have that kind of thing.
So it's a transitional space so that you have the support. Because moving bag and baggage to another country, let alone a whole new continent,
absolutely,
it can't be easy.
No, it's not easy. Yeah. It's not easy. And so that's the kind of support that we try to give. Okay. And again, we encourage, and particularly during this season, is everybody do something. Even if it's just a matter of calling somebody saying, I'm thinking about you, I love you, that kind of thing. Or just doing one thing. One of the things that Richard is our driver and our helper. One of the things that he did one day is that we were in the car and one lady she had something on her head and she had a baby in back of her. He stopped and he bought everything that she had. And it was less than 300 CDs. And he told her to give it away.
There you go.
You see, so everybody can do something. December the 23rd is Dr. Bennett's Day at the Kamasi's Children's Home. So I am just so honored, first of all, that they wanted to name the day after me, number one. Number two, it's been 15 years, as I said, we've been doing this. And so the children look forward to us coming. And this is our mission's way of giving back. And everybody can do something, you see. And if everybody would do something, it would all get done.
Absolutely.
You see, I'm very pleased and I was very happy to hear about what CTV is doing, you see. And if every organization would just get some project and do it, then it will all get done.
That's right.
You know, we talked about Dr. Luck.
Yes.
My sister,
your
my
sister,
friend.
Dr. Luck. And let me just let everybody know that, okay, so even before you come, the project Ambassador Bennett is talking about, there's our Help a Christmas Child project. We're going to the reconstructive plastic surgery and burn center. And we're having fun with the children there, but also hoping that we can get donations so that we put our widow's mite together and sort out their hospital bills and give them whatever they need to be happy and healthy, very important. And then we have our City Opportunity Project on Education, COPE, which we're raising funds for as well so that we can put young people in school. But Dr. Luck, the last time we met Dr. Luck, who is, of course, Ambassador Bennett's sister, she was in Ghana coordinating the trip of Mother Fletcher and Uncle Red, the two survivors of the Tulsa massacre in the U.S. and we were visiting Africa for the first time. It's something they wanted to do. They're both centenarians, over 100 years old. They're very strong. They made us happy. They made us laugh. Some of the footage is there on your screens. But since then, Dr. Luck moved to Ghana. She moved to Ghana. Like, she's living here. She's working here.
And she has, wherever she goes, she makes an impact. Let me just start off by saying that. Someone introduced her to the Timma Station. She went there, she saw that the children were laying on the streets and that kind of thing. And she has changed the face of Timma Station. And in a month, she has, first of all, she had us all chipping in to buy food. She had us all chipping in to buy mattresses.
And she knows how to rally the troops.
Oh,
you can't say no to Dr. Luck.
No. She's a general. And you would just salute what she says and say, yes, madam. And so that to me, again, is an example of how one person can make a difference. She's now liaising with the new Accra mayor, and she's pledged all of us to support her as a woman and to support her in terms of what some of her priorities are. So, and if we all would think like that, with that vision, you see, because that's really what it's all about. Abigail, who you know very well, my executive assistant, she and I went to Dubai, and she was blown away. She said, now, wait a minute. Now, can they do this, make this out of a desert?
Exactly.
Now, if they can do this out of a desert, what can we do with all the natural resources that we have? Dubai has nothing. Everything is brought in there. The palm trees, all of that. You see, but you know what it is? It's leadership, planning, and execution.
Leadership, planning, and execution.
Absolutely. Leadership, planning, and execution. And that's what we're going to challenge all of your listening audience for this holiday season. We want everyone to think about, what can I do to make a difference? And if you make a difference in one person's life, it's a mushroom effect. You see. And again,
because now that one person is empowered to not just sustain himself or herself, but to
empower someone else. Absolutely. And then my football team. Now I have to talk about my football team.
Yes, you have a football team.
Oh yes,
How are the boys doing?
United.
Because some of them have gone to school in the U.S., for example. Are they on vacation, any of them?
Oh yeah, some of them came back for Hope. Is like my grandson, and he's with the Dallas group there, and he came back. And he just looks so good, and he's taken a class as well, because that's one of the things is that we started a program called Education Through Sports.
Okay.
And we really want our athletes to not just get skills, but also education as well.
Very necessary.
So we really are so happy and excited about this holiday season.
United.
Yes.
So that's Ambassador Bennett's football team. Those are her boys, Beecham United.
And I have 35.
35 of them?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you see, we can all look at the different things around us and make an impact. Whether it's sports, whether it's sanitation, education, health, the arts. Just look at the little things that interest you and go in there. Make a difference. Just be a general like Dr. Luck.
And 2022 is next door. Isn't it? Tomorrow.
Yeah, literally.
So we really have to really focus your life on what it is you want to do, what difference you will make in 2022. I have this long list of things that I want to accomplish, and inshallah, I'll be able to do it.
Inshallah, we'll be right back, taking a quick break, and then we'll say a proper Merry Christmas to you from here at the Diaspora Africa Forum, and of course with Team Diplomatic License. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now we're just about wrapping up here with our Christmas time at the Diaspora Africa Forum. And of course, I've been speaking to Ambassador Dr. Erica Bennett. My name is Apioko, and it's time for us to say Merry Christmas. So I'm going to hand over to Ambassador so that she can give you her official message. She said so many things to you already, and I do hope you are jotting down your notes. But just take this in summary. Ambassador.
On behalf of the Diaspora Africa Forum, we'd like to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We would like to also say we really, really, really want you to enjoy this special, special time. And we'd all like to say on behalf of the Diaspora Africa Forum,
your mama fisha pao.
I feel happy. I feel you're nebandi now.
Yeah. So I do this.
Okay, and Joyeux Noel for our Francophone and French-speaking brothers and sisters around the world. And of course, we're doing this here at the Diaspora Africa Forum. We're standing in front of the Sankofa wall. And let me just read that special inscription one more time as we bow out and wish you a Merry Christmas together. We are the hopes and dreams of our ancestors. We are the hopes and dreams of our ancestors. And of course, each and every one of us standing here, all of you watching us, you are as well the hopes and dreams of your ancestors.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas
and a Happy New Year.
This has been Diplomatic License on City TV. My name is Apioko. And when we return, we'll be speaking to another very special friend, diplomat, ambassador of the show. Welcome back. This is still Diplomatic License right here on City TV, and it's our very Christmassy edition. And as you've already caught on, I'm having conversations with some of our diplomats here in Ghana. They've worked so hard throughout the holidays, and indeed, they still work even when you're enjoying during Christmas, because, of course, there are things that they need to make sure are happening and remain in check throughout the season. And so the next person I'm speaking to, he's no stranger to this show. He is our friend, His Excellency Ni Ojulape. He is, of course, the head of mission here at the UNFPA in Ghana. Hi.
Thank you very much. Good day. And thanks for having me once more.
Thank you for joining us once more. I mean, as for you, you've been traveling all over the place.
For the good of Ghana.
For the good of Ghana. And recently, just, a week or so ago, we've come out of the 16 days of gender-based activism.
Yeah.
And we saw the wonderful work that you're doing to light up the country orange. And indeed, I attended some of those events myself. And I do hope that the work will get the results that we need them to get. Right?
We're hopeful.
Yeah, we do hope so. So let's talk about Christmas. I mean, what are some of your, the last time we met, we spoke a lot about your childhood and growing up and your wonderful, sweet mother. But what Christmas memories do you have?
Wow. I actually have a lot of Christmas memories. About quite a number, because I belong to a big family, a big extended family. So Christmas is a time when every one of us come together. Even when we left school, when we left home, it was still an opportunity for us to come together, everybody. And you see, when you have a whole crowd at home, everybody independent in their own ways, especially we come with our families and all of that, it's usually a season. It depicts for us the reality of the season of joy and celebration comes quite clearly. But then way back when we're still younger and when we're growing up in the home, it was a period when we travel to our hometown. We meet with people. People also come from all over. They have parties with us. And in very rare times when we're out of town, when we're not at home, it's also a time to meet with another set of people to have a good time. We go out. The parents give us a bit of slack in allowing us to go out, to enjoy with our friends. So the entire period, Christmas Eve, Christmas itself, and then on the 26th day of Christmas, for us in my homestead, it's known as the day on which the Ojuolakwe that they have a party. So people come from all over. Till today, people still come from all over, because there is the 26th day of December in the evening, we have a party and welcome everybody. So it's always with fond memories that I remember Christmas.
And I mean, we know that Niger brothers and sisters in general know how to throw parties.
Yeah.
So if your party is known and recognized, I can only imagine the kind of enjoyment that was going on there. You can say that again, and probably that has been part of what has formed me to be a party man. I like enjoyment. I like people just being happy and having a good time. Enjoyment is good.
Yeah.
Enjoyment is good. Okay, so now moving forward as a family man, what has Christmas looked like? Of course, your family, because you work between here and then also New York as well. You have family at home in Nigeria. How do you manage the holidays?
Yes, it's for me. It's been a bit of balancing act. My dad is 94, so and every Christmas I try to make it a point of duty to spend Christmas with him. It gives him joy. He's very happy when that happens, and conversely, when it doesn't happen, he's really not happy. So for so many years, I always spend Christmas with him, and then thereafter, I go to meet my family in the States. We spend the after Christmas period all the way to the New Year together, and then I come back to Ghana.
That's what it will be like this year as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning.
Must go on.
Yes.
Okay, now let's move away from the family in the biological sense to your family at work. So here at the UNFPA in Ghana, like I said, you've been working so hard throughout the year. So many things have popped up. But what are some of the things that the family here is doing, as the holidays have come around?
Yes, we've in the lead up to Christmas, in the lead up to this period, we've actually had a very, very interesting time. Late in November, in the last week of November, we actually had a retreat. It was like a family retreat. We brought all our partners together, but for us as staff, really, it was a big opportunity for us to celebrate our achievements. We actually had a big session on celebrating our achievements, and at the back of that, we had what we call the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. It's a period of activity for us to do what we do best, and we're actually very happy, and because of the passion that comes along with it, we're happy to have made it happen. So we've had a lot of activities, and we're actually also probably planning to do some sort of celebration and enjoyment also in the lead up to Christmas. But the recent rise in COVID and the Omicron virus and all of that really did not help matters. So we have to sort of shelve it a bit, and also allowed most staff to take this time off. And then when we come back in January, we'll see what the situation is, and then we'll still do what we do, what we like doing best.
No, I mean, enjoyment is enjoyment. It doesn't necessarily have to be during Christmas.
Yes.
Can come back and enjoy.
We will.
But you mentioned, a lot of the things that you've been focusing on this year. And of course, late November is known for the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence.
Yeah.
Do you worry at all about gender-based violence during the Christmas period?
Oh yes, it's a clear and present danger at any point in time. But even in the time during celebration, you take note of the fact that it's a time that people do a lot of what comes along with enjoyment is people take alcohol, some people take all sorts of substances that makes them to be high, and all of this actually works against the advocacy against gender-based violence.
Because now people need an outlet for the extra energy.
Exactly, and when that happens, women are at risk of sexual and gender-based violence. It's the period whereby people think, okay, it is the time that they need to have probably more sex and what have you. And so you see intimate partner violence also increases. So in our own way, one of the things that we have done is to step up our publicity campaign. I'm sure you should have been receiving text messages. We also have some messages on radio and TV that talks about the fact that even though it is a period for celebration, but we need to watch out for sexual and gender-based violence. And if anything in that direction occurs, you know what to call the Orange Support Center, 0800 000. I mean 0800 111 222, where you can get support. Yes. 0800 111 222. That's the Orange Support Center number. So if anybody needs any help in any way, they can call us. So we have stepped up our advocacy and publicity during this period. Okay,
and just because when people call the Orange Support Center, what kind of support do they stand to receive?
Well, every type of support that the individual needs. We have people who will pick the calls, and the calls are toll free anyway. They will pick the calls.
Across all networks.
Yes, and they will quickly evaluate what the needs of that individual is. Sometimes it's psychosocial support. For some, it is also legal support. For some, it is medical support. They need treatment for whatever they are going through. Every type of support, we already have them pre-positioned to support and to provide comfort and succor for anybody that's in need of it.
Okay, sounds brilliant. Okay, so what else is happening? I know that, so you've talked about how you've increased the visibility of the channels that are available for people to reach out towards if they are experiencing any kind of gender-based violence or anything of that sort.
Yeah.
But what about teenage pregnancies and the like, or even just generally unwanted pregnancies? We mentioned enjoyment. We mentioned that for some people think this is a period to have more sex or more sexual relations. Some people will do it willingly, and then there's something to show for it. How are you dealing with that too? Because now students are home, young people are away from school, which would typically sort of shield them in a way.
The bottom line is information and education. Okay. That as much as possible, we have information out there warning them to say, you can do all you do all you want, but you need to avoid pregnancy if you don't want it. So these are the things that you should do in order to avoid unwanted pregnancy. And also, we also have services in place. So it's information, education, and service provision. And by the way, we also had, even on Sunday, up till this Sunday, we have a program with Kayayes. The Kayayes in Tema Station, we have about 500 of them, a cohort of about 500 of them that we provide food, dignity kits, and vocational training and all of that. And they had a party on Sunday, a big one, and it was an opportunity for us to remind them again of what they need to do to avoid unwanted pregnancy, to avoid sexually transmitted infections, to avoid rape, to avoid defilement, and all of that. And we also made the services available, and also learn to let them have information about the Orange Support Center. In fact, if you need any information, you can call, and then you also get that. And so those are part of the things that we do, and we'll spread it around in all of our networks, all of our implementing partners. We have sent materials to them, as well as information about the fact that this particular period, it is essential for us to step up the advocacy so that we can reduce sexual and gender-based violence, as well as reduce unwanted pregnancy.
Okay, wonderful. So let's go for a break, and when we come back, I continue my conversation with His Excellency Neo Julape. He is the country director, the head of mission, the leader of this gang here at the UNFPA in Ghana. And clearly, he's really, we're talking about Christmas, but we also need to talk about Christmas with wisdom. And he's giving us a lot of nuggets of wisdom to think about. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're still here on Diplomatic License on City TV, and we're celebrating Christmas in an interesting way on the show. Yes, we're speaking to some of our favorite diplomats, some of our favorite heads of missions, but we're talking Christmas, not just in terms of all the enjoyment, but keeping in mind the values and principles that these people represent and uphold. And I'm currently speaking to His Excellency Neo Julape. We spoke about how he used to chill in Niger during Christmas, all the enjoyment. He's also told us how he typically spends his Christmas holidays as an adult. But we've also spoken a lot about, first of all, the need to be mindful of the fact that gender-based violence is on the rise during this time of the year, and that the UNFPA, through the Orange Support Center, has what you need to get the help you want, okay, or that you require if you should be in such a situation. We've also spoken about the fact that Karaye, they've spent time with recently, just over the past weekend, as well as young people. They've disseminated information to let them know that, look, yes, you may be sexually active, but there's pregnancy that can happen, and so you need to be careful so that we don't deal with unwanted pregnancies and all the issues that come with that. Things to think about, and things to make sure that you're also educating the young people, and indeed some adults who may not necessarily have all the information they need around you about. Okay, so we're back, and okay, so Your Excellency, I know that the UNFPA is doing a lot of things individually. I see your name pop up in places as a special guest speaker. So you're doing Christmas, but you're still not doing Christmas. You're still working. What are some of the events that you're supporting by being present and representing not just your person but the UNFPA as well?
Yeah, we have quite a number. Actually, you see, this is the time that people expect me at the end of the year to close shop and go home.
Yeah.
But I've also come to discover that this is a period in which work is much more required than before. So one has to titrate the need to go take a rest, and also with the exigencies of the situation, and to know what we need to do and to take a decision on what is best to do. So this period we have quite a number of activities coming up, people asking for our support in different ways, and support we are also providing in different ways. We have, for example, on Saturday, this just 3 days ago, there was this STEM, STEM, that's for science and technology, yes, for girls. They had a camp, and we provided sponsorship for them. It was Viciola Foundation, and they did a lot. So we're working with that. We also have quite a number that has happened, but then looking into the future, tomorrow in particular, we have something with His Royal Majesty, the Paramount Chief of Akwemu Traditional Area. That is His Royal Majesty Odini Nkwafo Akoto. Yes, so in Kwapem. Yes. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I've been trying, because I've been hanging around with him for a while. And so we are in conjunction with the Obapa Development Foundation. We're working together to put something in place to talk about sexual and gender-based violence and teenage pregnancy, to stop as much as possible, to put a stop to it. So it's an awareness creation and education thing in that area. But you know, when you have the biggest traditional chief in the area being part of it, and when you have the Queen Mothers being part of it, it lends credence and it enables the young people to really learn. So we're going to be having something like that tomorrow, and it's going to be taking place in the palace of His Royal Majesty. We're going to have many of the children there. It is the opportunity to let them know that in this festive period, you need to keep the peace, so to say. In terms of sexual activities, we encourage them to refrain from sexual activities, but we also, as much as possible, provide them information and education about what to do.
Because you can't always be with them, you can't always see what they are doing.
Exactly. And we also, by extension, their parents are also going to be there, because we have community leaders there who let them understand what they need to do. So that's another major activity that we're going to be having. Then next week, sometimes between Christmas and New Year, we're also going to be partnering with an organization that is putting a concert in place. So we're going to have many of our promotional items there, the flyers, information about contraception, about how to avoid teenage pregnancy, basically, and how to avoid sexually transmitted infections, and what young people need to do to avoid being raped, because this is a period where young people tend to spend more time than they used to outside their homesteads, because they are going for this party, they are going for this outreach, they are going for this concert and all of that. And that makes them vulnerable and susceptible to defilement and sexual violence. So it's an opportunity for us to let them understand how to avoid it and how to limit their exposure to rape and sexual and gender-based violence. So we're going to be using all of those platforms to reach out. That is apart from general outreach, using all the multimedia platforms available to us.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, one of my my last but one question or so to you. So what are your favorite things? What things have you come to enjoy about Christmas in Ghana? And what things have you come to dislike? I'm sure many of the things you dislike are the same things we all dislike. But I'll leave that to you to tell us. So your favorite things and then your least favorite things.
I can tell you my best Christmas ever in this country was in 2019.
Okay.
And that was during the year of return.
Hey.
That was a blockbuster for me. Because we had many people coming, visiting. So in terms of company, I had good company. And then
we know
also,
you like company.
you know, and then my friends in town also, so we attended all the major, in fact, as UNFPA, we participated in, and so it was work and personal enjoyment for me, because I participated in all the concerts, all the events taking place. Yeah, so, and it was a real good time because I went out, we went to the events, we went to the clubs, we got invited, we had the dinners, we had all sorts of things. We partied also in my home. People came in, we had a very good time. And so also church was also very, very phenomenal. We had a good time in church. So everything was very well rounded. I had a very, very good time during that time.
For those of you who don't know, this man, some people call him pastor. Like he's deep in, he knows how to chill, but he's deep in the Lord. Don't get it twisted. and then what are the things that you don't really like about Christmas in Ghana?
Yes, well, not that I don't really like it because the necessity is the traffic.
The traffic. Don't
in
worry,
town,
I don't like it either.
to move from one place to the other is not as easy as you want it to be. So apart from that, I mean, that's because it's generally a busy time. It's a busy time, but the traffic in town limits your movement from one place to the other. But then also is the fact that I'm not really always able to have my family, that's my own nuclear family, to be with me. But I can tell you my siblings, my close friends and cousins, they've had cause to come, and then we have had good time in Ghana too.
That's wonderful. Yeah. That's wonderful. So let me take your special Christmas message now. Ghanaians are watching you, people of the diaspora are watching you. I'm sure that people in Nigeria, home in Nigeria, are watching you, people, your family, your friends in the US as well, and all the different parts of the world that, His Excellency Neo Julape has bits of his heart and spirit living in. I'm sure all these people are watching. Now, what's your Christmas message? What are the things you've said a lot, but what are the things that you just want people to keep in their minds as the season progresses?
Yes, I'm actually wondering what would be a good Christmas message in the real sense of it. But then, if we look at it from the angle of what is Christmas for, Christmas is a season of joy. The Bible actually enjoins us to take it as the time that Christ comes, and that with the advent of Christ is joy to the world. Now, my message really, and this is the way I take it, is that no matter how I'm feeling, no matter what the circumstances around me is, I'm expected to radiate joy. Joy does not come as a result of what you see, basically. It's not a question of what is happening around you at that time, but then it's an in-feeling. And so, everybody, you must try as much as possible to the joy and celebration that comes with this, that the season signifies. We should take it on in working and in relating with others. And if you are able to give joy, if you are able to relate to others with joy, you also get joy in return. And then we can propagate joy. And that's why the Bible encourages us to take this period as a period of joy. So if we have that kind of attitude, the world would actually be a better place. And that is actually why Jesus came. Jesus came to bring joy to the world. So that is actually my message to everybody, to see as much as possible, radiate joy, live in joy, bask in joy, relate with others with joy and happiness, and you will reap the same at the end of the day.
Look, for someone who say you weren't sure what your Christmas message should be, give it a very it's a very simple message that we should all radiate joy, because that's what the season signifies. But it's also very profound that joy is not derived necessarily from what is happening around you, it's from within. Yeah. So regardless of what you're going through, what you're experiencing, try to bring the joy out, try to feel it. Yes. It's a very profound message.
Thank you very much.
Now, do you have a favorite Christmas carol? I want us to sing one together, maybe a couple of lines. It doesn't matter if you sing well or not, but we will sing together. So Jean-Philippe, who works with you very closely with you, he says, "Joy to the World" is a song you like. And I mean, it's apt because he just spoke about joy. Joy, yes.
Okay, actually, maybe I'll do Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad, okay. Let's do Feliz Navidad. I mean, same thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So go.
Which is you don't want to try my voice. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero años felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero años felicidad. We wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. We wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. We wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of our heart. Merry Christmas. We wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. We wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of our heart.
Oh, your voice is not that bad.
Thank you.
Your voice is not that bad. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I've been spending a fraction of your Christmas season with us.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, of course, I've been speaking to His Excellency Neo Julape. He is the head of mission here. He's the boss who, you know, he's not a small boy. I'll bring this thing back again. He's not a small boy. He's like 50 or something, you know. But because he moves with young people, he's clearly young and joyful at heart. And, you know, we want to thank you very much for hanging out with us, saying Merry Christmas, and of course giving us very important things to think about that I know is not just about the UNFPA and what the UNFPA's mandate is, but also things that he's clearly very passionate about himself, and as am I. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Diplomatic License. Merry Christmas to you, and our diplomat friends clearly are very excited and they wish you a Merry Christmas as well.